In 2002, October 19th, I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 24. When I found the lump that March, I told myself it was probably nothing. But deep down, I knew my body was asking me to pay attention. It started with what seemed like a harmless moment. I was playing around with a friend when he harmlessly poked me in my breast. Something in me changed. It was not just pain. It was the kind of pain that makes your spirit get quiet. The kind of pain that wakes you up at night with chills and sweats. The kind of pain that makes you know something is wrong, even when your mouth keeps saying, "I'm fine." At the time, I was only 24 years old, a mother, and when you are a mother, fear does not just belong to you. Fear starts asking questions about your children. Who will take care of them? What if I am sick? What if this is cancer? What if I do not make it? But instead of running straight to the doctor, I did what so many women do. I waited. I asked everybody's opinion except the one person I really needed to ask, a physician. I wanted somebody to tell me it was nothing. I wanted to believe it was caffeine, hormones, stress, anything other than what my spirit already suspected. For months, I carried that lump and carried that fear. I went to the emergency room more than once and was told it was probably from too much caffeine. And because that sounded better than cancer, I accepted it. Sometimes denial feels safer than the truth, especially when the truth might change your whole life. But by November 2002, the pain had become too loud to ignore. I called my friend and asked her to go with me to the emergency room. On the way there, I almost talked myself out of going. That is how fear works. It will let you suffer in silence, then convince you that getting help is the scary part. When the doctor came in, I told him my right breast was hurting. The pain was so bad, I had to take medication before he could even examine me. He asked me to raise my arm over my head, and when I did, the lump came out, the size of a golf ball. The doctor looked at it and said, "Oh my God, this is not normal." And in my mind, I thought, "You think?" But out loud, I asked him what he thought it was. He said he did not know, but he was referring me to a breast cancer surgeon. Those words will humble every part of you. I acted like I did not know. I acted like I was confused, but somewhere inside of me, I already knew. I just was not ready to hear it from someone else. They sent me for a mammogram, and as uncomfortable as it was, I remember trying to laugh through it because sometimes humor is the only thing standing between you and a breakdown. I was scared, but I was still me, still trying to make jokes, still trying to survive the moment before the answer came. A few days later, I went to the breast surgeon. I remember the room being cold. I remember the doctor's warm smile. I remember her explaining that I needed a biopsy. She told me it would only take a few minutes, but when you are waiting to find out if your life is about to change, a few minutes can feel like a lifetime. After the biopsy, I went home and waited. That waiting was its own kind of torture. I started making plans in my head, not because I had accepted cancer, but because mothers do not get the luxury of falling apart without thinking about who will catch the children. I thought about care arrangements. I thought about my babies. I thought about what I had not told them. I thought about the possibility that this growing pain in my breast was about to become the thing that changed everything. If this story touched you, I want you to stay with me, because the color of life is not just my story. It is a space for survivors, for the women still fighting, for the families trying to understand, and for the people who need to know they are not alone. Each week, I will be sharing pieces of my breast cancer journey. The diagnosis, the fear, the faith, the treatment, the tears, the healing, and the life that came after. And I want you to journal with me through it. You can find the journal I am holding on Amazon.com. Bring your notebook. Bring your truth. Bring your questions. Bring your pain if you have to. We are going to write, reflect, heal, and build community together. One page, one story, and one survivor at a time. So follow me here weekly. Share this with someone who needs it, and join me as I tell my story. This is the color of life.